Thanks for sticking with us here on Adelante Chicago as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. Well, it has become an annual tradition, a way to promote the theater in Chicago. The Destinos Festival will showcase Latino theater artists and companies from Chicago and the U.S. and Latin America. It runs for 5 weeks, and joining us to talk us through what we'll see are Christine Perez with Chicago Latino Theater Alliance and Emily Masso, co-writer and director of one of the productions known as Las Migas. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, I want to start. This is a great time to have this festival because we are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, and that's what you want to do is celebrate some of these Latino theater productions.
Yes, we have 13 productions at 13 venues across the city. This week we're opening our first production, Tevesland, where we brought in a director from Argentina. It's an Uruguayan playwright, and a lot of our productions show the whole diversity of Latin America. So it's not just Mexican, Puerto Rican, but almost 10, 15 different countries that are participating.
That's great to see. So there's a little bit for everybody.
Yes.
Okay, and you co-wrote one of the productions that people can see. It's called Las Migas. Tell me a little bit about it. What's the focus? What's the plot line?
Okay, thank you. You said I co-wrote, but I also wrote it with Raul Dorantes, and I want to make sure to mention him. Las Migas, it translates into crumbs. So it's a story about 4 characters stuck on a rooftop of a skyscraper of Chicago. It's called Crumbs because they're only able to survive with some crumbs that mysteriously appear on the rooftop. They drink water, the rainwater, and the rest of the story is them telling their stories to one another. 2 more characters come onto the rooftop and are stuck there with them. So it's 4 individuals that come from different places. All are immigrants from different parts of the world, and with 4 different stories, and they kind of have to come together to survive there. Okay. And I guess I won't tell the ending.
Yeah, you don't want to tell. You don't want to give it away. No,
right.
What does it mean for you and for everybody else in this production to be a part of this festival and to have this platform to be able to tell these stories?
It's a great experience, and we're really honored to be part of it. Colectivo El Pozo, which is the theater group, we've been producing plays and also film and staged readings for the last 13 years, and so and always with the context of immigration and the city of Chicago. And we're called Colectivo El Pozo because we really believe in a collective in terms of writing our productions and doing our productions. They're about the Chicago immigrant community, and they're produced and written and done by the Chicago immigrant community. So it's so exciting to us to be part of now the Clata community, and I think that in the opening event, we really felt that. It was really important to us to connect with other people. And I feel like even Las Migas in itself is a play about the need for community and the need of connection with people. So it's exciting to be part of a new relationship.
All right, so you're feeling that Latino warmth that we all have, right? Talk about some of the other productions that we'll see. I mean, we know that they're coming from a string of different countries, or they represent different countries, but give me some individual stories that we may see.
So next week we have a production from Puerto Rico called Blanco Temblor, and it's a beautiful lyrical story about mental illness and has a lot of video graphics explaining what the experience is through someone's mind. So that's one production that we're really excited, especially since Puerto Rico is going through a really tough time right now, to be able to support them. This week we're actually closing the production of Pequeños Territorios en Reconstrucción, which is at the Goodman Theater, and that's the second of 3 international productions that we're bringing.
And so the idea is that you're not putting together these productions at one individual theater, but you're sort of going around town highlighting them at different stages.
Well, the idea is really to get people who already support the big theaters like the Steppenwolf and the Shakespeare and the Goodman to go from downtown into the neighborhoods, because we have Aguijón Theater in Belmont Cragen, we have Colectivo El Pozo in Bridgeport, Urban Theater in Humboldt Park. So it's really for people who are theater goers to get out of the neighborhood into the neighborhoods to see these productions.
Okay, and there we're seeing some videos of some of the different productions again that have been going on. They are all really wonderful. If people want to get more information about where to go, how to check them out, because it can be a little overwhelming right at times when you're maybe not familiar with a neighborhood and you don't really know where to go.
They can go to clata.org LatinoTheater.org. They can go to our Instagram at Latino Theater, and they can see all of the productions, the lineup in date order and description, and they can buy tickets right there.
Okay, easy enough. You know, as we wrap it up, I don't want you guys to leave without asking you about sort of everything that we're going through here in Chicago, where we're seeing so many immigrants coming into the city, being bussed into the city from Texas. I would imagine that maybe gets people thinking a lot more about the immigrant story. Are you noticing that more of them are talking to you about it because of what we're experiencing here in the city of Chicago?
I definitely see the awareness is coming more. People actually know that these productions and these companies exist, and overall, yeah, it helps.
Because it helps tell that story or represent that story of what's going on.
And the diversity of the stories, because it's not just the Mexican story, but it's also a universal story. It's a story that lots of other refugees and other people, immigrants from other countries, can identify with.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Both of you. Good luck
you.
and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You.